Good morning. This is Karen with Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Today is our daily reading. This is, it's March 1st. Lovely. So, today we're going to do, the overall issue, which will be situation or issue, past influence, negative influence, present influence, positive influence, future influence, and outcome. Here we go. I am using Mystic Dreamer Tarot. And I do personal readings. I have my website linked below. And these are very current energy readings, and they are general. May or may not resonate, but that's any reading. Sometimes they make complete sense and sometimes they don't for years, and then all of a sudden you go, oh. Okay, here we go. One is the overall issue. Two of Wands. Okay. Two is past influence. Chariot. Negative influence. Eight of Swords. Okay, present influence. Seven of Wands. Positive influence. Ten of Pentacles. Future influence. Nine of Pentacles. That's good. And outcome. The Sun. That's really good. Bottom of the deck is Page of Swords. So maybe the overall energy is, the way I feel about this right now is kind of like, a lot of times when I see the Page of Swords, I'm thinking of, it's kind of like got a Seven of Wands feel to it, standing your ground, but it's more a protector. I see a lot in these Page of Swords where the card shows someone just standing very upright, and it almost looks like they're protecting an area, and that's kind of what I'm feeling. There's something here that you're protecting, and that would be, so the overall situation is the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands, so this issue is about kind of being stuck. Like you feel like you're moving forward, but there's something that's keeping you from actually making those steps. A lot of times the Two of Wands, to me, it's kind of a decision card, but not really. It's kind of like, okay, this card to me is advice, is keep moving, keep going, don't stop, because to me this talks about like obstacles in your path. So I feel like that's what it is. Like you want to move forward, but there's obstacles there. There's something that's keeping you from doing it. So that's basically the overall issue. Is there something in your life that you want to move forward with, but there's something blocking you? And what that is could be yourself. It could be all kinds of things. So your past influence is Chariot, and I feel like this idea was really taking off, or this whatever the situation is, you were moving forward with it. It had that positive forward momentum, and it felt really good because that's the way the Chariot feels, and that's where you were in the past. It was like this thing going really fast. It was really good, and it felt good. Your negative influence in this is the Eight of Swords, but I'm going to get back to that in a minute. I want to talk about the present influence being the Seven of Wands. I feel like because the current situation is you feel like someone's blocking you, you are now in a state of standing up for yourself. Like, I really got to stand my ground. I really need to, stay in this. Like, I need to protect myself. I need to protect whatever this situation is, whether it's an idea, whether it's, a project, a motivation. There's something, it could be work, it could be personal, but you really need, it could be family too. I really feel like you're going, you know what, I need to do this, and I need to stand my ground, and I need to stick up for myself, and I need to stay positive. So that's where you're at in the now or in the really current time. So your negative influence is the Eight of Swords. That feels to me a lot like it goes back to the feeling like you're being stuck. But I think the negative influence is to you're stuck and you feel stuck. But part of the advice here, and I'm going to pull an advice card too, is this: are you only thinking you're stuck, or are you really stuck? Do you know what I mean? Like, are you perceiving something as in your way, or is it your own head in your way? And that's just something to think about. I don't know. Like, it could really be something, but to me this is a reminder to check yourself. Like, okay, am I just thinking this, or is this real? And that's our check, our double check, because sometimes we perceive something one way that's really not that way, or yeah, we are stuck. Like, that's part of the issue. That's part of the negative influence here. The positive influence, though, is I feel like you can do this. And I feel like part of that is a success. Like, you've done this before or something similar. You've proven yourself. This to me speaks of a very grounded positive influence. You have people behind you. For one, that's what I see here. Whether it's family, friends, coworkers, bosses, somebody's behind you. Again, family, spouse, whatever. Also, I feel like this is you are successful at something similar to this, or you've proven that you've done this before, something again similar. May not be the exact thing, but this is a positive influence, and it helps you to realize that not only do you have people backing you, but you can do this. So yeah, I think you can. And I think here is your future influence is success here. Definitely success, but it shows your independence too. That yeah, you may have people behind you, but you're going to do this because of you. Not because of anybody else or anything in your way. In the future, you're doing this for you, and you will be successful at it. So, no matter what your choices are, know that you are successful. Know that you can. If you choose to move forward, you will, and you will do it in a good way. I don't feel like it's this grand thing, but it's going to make you feel good. You are going to go, you know what? I did this. And and when we do that, we just permeate success, and people feel that success. Our moods and our how we feel inside comes out of us more than we may know. And it's in how we treat others, it's in how we act in our job, or how we tackle new projects. How we feel within shows everywhere. Um, we just may not see it ourselves. Other people do. So keep an eye for that too. Like, that's something that's really important. I've talked about it before, where when someone starts going, wow, they may say something like, you look really nice today, or you look really good today. Boy, you seem really happy today. That is the way you feel about yourself coming through to other people. You could have done nothing different, and you could be wearing the same clothes or have the same gait or whatever. Like, there's nothing different, but people do see that. It comes out, like, we can't hide it. But the overall outcome is the sun, and this talks about joy and happiness, and you will find that. Whatever you feel is blocking you, I think between the Seven of Wands and you standing your ground and having people behind you, and the knowing that you can do it, is what's going to bring this joy. Sometimes it doesn't matter the outcome as far as, do I get what I'm looking for here? Sometimes it's the battle and knowing that you stuck up for yourself that will bring you joy in itself, regardless of the outcome. But so it doesn't really matter as long as you're happy with yourself and what you've done. And sometimes, and I think too, in this situation, where when we don't stand up for ourselves and we have hindsight, we go, why didn't I stand up for myself? Why didn't I say the XYZ? Why did I just let this go? This was important to me. Because sometimes we do, we do. We all do. So, and that could also be something that you've done before is you've let something go and you've looked back and go, I shouldn't have let that go. I mean, we always have to do the pick your battle thing, right? I mean, especially if it's related to where anything, related to anything. Can't have everything be a battle, but if it's important to you, then it should be. So, that's the sun. I'm not going to, oh no, I'm going to pull one of these cards. So I am just going to reach through the deck and ask Spirit, is there any advice we need in this situation to help us move forward and to keep going? Ah, Knight of Swords. Yeah, take it and run. That's what I feel like it is, the Knight of Swords. He goes after what he wants with a clear head, too. Like, I mean, he is young, but he's got the sword. So, and honestly, and okay, so that kind of conquers that Eight of Swords feeling, that negative feeling like you're stuck, because I think he's wielding that sword and can chop the rest of those swords, hit the rest of the swords and hopefully make you feel free again. Also, he can take off that blindfold, all of those things, and I think that's what it is too. This card speaks of the blindfold being removed, moving forward, doing it with sharp intellect. Anytime we get swords as our advice, it's a reminder to be smart, to be logical, and to speak our truth. Because the swords can be about our voice. And when we speak our truth and we speak articulately and we do it from a grounded place, not a wands place where you're, all energetic, and not from a ushy gushy cut place either, because that's too emotional. Speaking it from a logical space, we can hit more people with that. I mean, So, yeah, there's your advice. Go for it, do it, and be logical about it, but use that energy of the night too. So basically, it's saying use your logic, but use that energy of a little bit of, the fast motion. Go in and get it. Um, if it's something we want, we should go after what we want. As long as we're not hurting anyone else, or, and when I mean hurting anyone else, viciously hurting someone else. Um, Sometimes our decisions can hurt people, but not in a vicious way where, let's say if we take another job, us leaving a current job, it could hurt the people there because you were more valuable. You were valuable, and when you're gone, it does affect the people there. And that's something, that you have to take into account that's going to happen. This job is just an instance or an example. So anyway, have a beautiful day. Please hit the like button. I am going to be doing mid-month zodiac love readings, so we'll have those coming up around the 15th of March. So I'll do zodiac love readings from the 15th through the 15th of the following month, and then I'll do our general zodiac readings from the 1st through the end of the month, and I'll just do those for a bit and see how they go. And please, comments and anything else, I appreciate it. And have a beautiful day.